I was having lunch, I was just thinking I was overeating, and I was just thinking about Kung Fu Panda. Yeah. Now, one thing again, I have to stress, I can't stress enough time, I keep saying it, I know, is that like, use it for whatever purpose you want to use it for, okay? Or everyone will have different purpose, right? Everyone will be different. But the thing is that like, Kung Fu Panda, the scroll, has got nothing on it. It's just a reflection of yourself, okay? That's what I'm trying to do for you guys. It's not so much, you're not learning techniques. We're gonna go through like 30, 40, 50 techniques later on. We will go through all of them, of course, right? But the thing is like, all these techniques are just examples of what you can do with your ET, okay? They are not set in stone that you have to do it this way, okay? What I want you guys to be able to get out of this is that everything is within you. It's all inside you, okay? I'm just giving you Green Lantern rings, I'm giving you mirrors to look at, right? So that you can actually see yourself and understand yourself. Ultimately, with the Tai Chi, I mean, even though I do it for the purpose of fighting, right? But I also understand at the end of the day is that like, when you win a fight, it's just ego, right? When it's survival, people don't fight you, people take a gun and go, right? It doesn't matter how good a fighter you are, right? People who fight you are just for egos. So egos are just like fluctuating things that doesn't not worth anything. So the thing is, what's most important is that through this, you actually see how your intention, how your spirit, how your mind, how your body works, okay? And that's ultimately, that's the most valuable goal of what you want to do. Even if you're an artist, even if you're doing a painting, right? If you can actually see how the body is being used, how your mind is projected onto the paper, and your hand just follows, right? If you're like a concert pianist, you no longer worry about A, B, C, D, E, right? The tones, but you actually like hear the music in your mind. I think it doesn't work. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get you guys to do. Okay, it's the freedom. Okay. Now, so everything was fine this morning. Everything all good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to go through some of these energy methods, right? As I say, these are examples. These are not like things that you have to remember by heart, but it's like examples, something for you to practice on. Okay, in a fight, there's no strict rules, no anything. But the thing is like, just let the body do whatever the body needs to do. Okay, now we'll start off with the chi balls this morning that we were talking about. I just do this like, remember it was saying that like from here we have the chi ball in your hands. You sit the chi ball in, bring the chi ball out, boom, fly off, right? And then like, boom, it comes back and it goes down. Okay, easy enough. Okay. Now, when you do the chi ball properly, what you really need to do is that again, it's not so much that you grabbing the chi ball, throwing it with your hand, right? But it's actually the chi ball moving that leaves the hand that goes right out there, right? And then comes right back. Okay? Your connection to the chi ball is almost like a magnet. Okay? Let's say if I just like don't control my body and just let the chi ball guide me out there, it will keep going up to the degree that I actually fall over. Because like that magnetic attraction keeps going and I'm going to fall. Okay? But because I don't want to fall, when it goes out there to a certain degree, it will naturally comes back because it gets attracted back. Right? And it comes back in here. Right? Inside the chest. Go out again. As far as you would like to. And come back again. Okay. Now, let's give it a try. What I would do is I would actually stand this way so you can like see me from the back. Okay? Right. Now the chi ball comes up. Right? Imagine you've got two chi balls the size of probably as big as tennis ball, as small as ping pong balls, it doesn't really matter too much. And the spinning comes up, right? Now the chi ball goes into the chest. You see how my back is opening up? Right? Chi ball comes out again, my back closes, and now the chi ball shoots forward, past the wall, into the next building, and keep going. Right? You see how I'm actually floating because of that. Because I trust my chi ball to drag me along. And then the chi ball comes back. Got into my chest. And do a little U-turn, and the chi ball comes out again. Okay, and that's the feeling I want you to get with the chi balls. Now the other aspect of these chi balls and body is that yin and yang happens automatically. Okay, what I mean by yin and yang happens automatically is that you don't have to move again. Okay. Now this is just an exercise. Of course, I'm not going to stand like this if someone pushes me. I probably fall over. But the thing is like when I sit the chi ball in. Okay, I do a wrong first. When I sit the chi ball in, this is just you're going to problem because like I'm just going to fall over. But when I bring the chi ball in, actually the outside goes out. Much like the banana that I talked about before. So the more the chi ball goes in, the more it goes that way. And now, out. Okay, so the chi ball, boom, and then the chi ball comes out. Right? And you would actually find that like, again, I do the wrong one. Push, and yeah. But it's like from here, chi ball in, chi ball goes out. Yeah. So this is actually how the chi ball works. Okay. In your mind, again, it's not you moving the chi ball; it's the chi ball moving you. Okay. Now just spend 1 minute playing with each other because like this is just the introductory bits. Yeah. So just so that you can get used to the feeling, right? Because we've got so much we have to go through. Yeah. Fun things. Yeah. Okay. So again, once more, I want you to try move this time. Okay. So when Wolf brings the chi ball into the chest, it kind of causes the Wolf to do this, right? And then when the chi ball comes, chi ball doesn't go straight back out, does a little U-turn, and then come back out, right? And then you forget about that connection that's working already. You can feel that, okay. So chi ball in, chi ball out. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Okay, 1 minute only, give it a try. Yes. We can't do this, practice this part of the chi ball because of space and injury issues.
Thank you.
But okay. Right. Now, what it means is this: like, if I am to strike, I'm going to do it here. Okay. Right. If I'm going to move, right? I'm not going to be moving by that's right. By pushing move with my chi ball as such. Well, sorry, with my body as such. That's just embarrassing. Okay. So what I'm doing is that even before I touch move, I'm actually bringing my chi balls in, right? Expanding, and then as I come out, you would actually be oomphing it. Yeah, that's what you'll be doing. Okay. So the thing is, you notice that I wasn't using a lot of force, but it's like, yeah. So in a real application situation, you're not going to be so gentle. You're going to go like, right? That's actually the power that you would actually use in a real fighting situation. Okay. Yes?
In the form, would this be the equivalent to the proper application of bend the bow, shoot the arrow?
No. Bend bow, shoot tiger is actually like slightly on an angle, probably just here. Yeah. Bend bow, shoot tiger would be like these sort of things. Or shoot tiger. You notice how I actually bend the bow? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, as opposed to the chi ball. So bend bow, shoot tiger is very, very useful. That is right. That's bend bow, shoot tiger. That's bend bow, shoot tiger. Very useful as well. Okay. Now we're going to have to go into like grasp peacock's tail. Okay. There's no way we'll go through all of these. Okay.
You can have next one.
I'll think of next week. Yeah. So now, in the imperial yang system, how do you do the yang grasp peacock's tail Norway? Move, yeah.
So from ward off left, we'll take the ball, right, turn,
Okay.
back to ward off right. Now we do grasping peacock's tail.
Okay.
Ward off.
Any kind of foul.
What's that?
Any kind of foul.
Don't confuse us.
Yeah,
Oh, I forget, sometimes they call it different things.
Similar,
Yeah.
similar. Okay.
Grasping tail of peacock.
Yeah, okay. So with the imperial yang system, you actually do this 12 first, right? Why am I doing this 12? Because I need to tangle out the opponent, right? And then do that, right? I'm grasping the tail here, okay? Expand, contract, right? After I contract, blink more count. I rotate the ball clockwise, rotate the ball forward, pull the ball in, drop it, bounce it up, and roll back. I'm still rolling back. I'm still rolling back. I'm still rolling back. Right? Scoop down again to get the opponent's power out of the way. Press forward. Open up. Roll back again. And push down. Okay, this is the imperial way. Doesn't matter which way you do. It's just an example anyway. Okay? But the grasp peacock style will break it down into the first part. The example move again. Now, in a real fighting situation, this holding hand is for the purpose of like dissolve things, right? Because like ideally, I don't want to do the one-off here, right? Ideally, I want to do the one-off here. Okay, I'm grasping the tail. Okay, and the one-off is actually happened like right at this place. Okay, but that's just the application side. But what you want to do is to train the internal side. Okay, for example, if I am to wall off move. Okay, now of course like this stiffen up a little bit so that like the C's will help each other. Okay, this grasping of the peacock tail becomes important. Okay, because I am not going to push move through here, right? But I'm actually grasping the tail, playing with the tail, right? And once I play with the, sorry, just one second. Now, also the chest of the bird is not flat. The chest of the bird is actually this curve here, right? So therefore, with the right hand, you're following this curve. The left hand, you're actually playing with the tail, okay? So which means that like from here, I'm actually playing with the tail, play until I actually grab the bird, and then that works, okay? I have to make sure that I play with the tail enough, then I can actually grasp the bird, right? Because if I don't do that, I'm not controlling. Wow! Yeah. So the thing is like, this hand actually becomes very, very important, right? If you look at Cheng Man Ching doing some sort of ward off, right? Have a look at the other hand, he's actually doing this, right? His other hand is actually doing the bulk of the work, not this hand. That's the first one. And then if you look at Ueshiba, the Aikido founder, like a lot of times when he throws people, he's actually doing that gun thing with his other hand. Okay, when he throws, because that creates actually the power point, the stability point, and the point for working on. Similar to yesterday, Sifu Ray was using the sword, same thing, but grasp peacock's tail is his hand. Okay, now, yeah.
May I ask you to do the imperial version of the section of the yang form starting facing the wall with the ward off where he started it, so I can compare my hand?
Yeah, sure, okay, good. So from here, like that, ward off, I'm working here. Now I've got an expand, I've got a contraction. Okay, I can do a couple more times. Expansion, contraction. Okay, I roll the ball. Right, Yun Kawana. I roll the ball. I roll the ball forward. I bring the ball half in. I drop the ball on the ground. Now the key is that to understand the bounce of the ball from the ground. So I'm not lifting the ball just bounces up. Oh, the ball wants to fall down again, like water. Okay, I'm still rolling back. I'm still rolling back. I'm still rolling back. The rollback is like a spear that goes back through the elbow. Scoop down. Press forward. Open the book up. Roll back. We've done roll back yesterday and today. And push down. So that's the imperial version.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wait till you get to Miles much later. So anyway, give it a try, right? What I want to do is to pay attention to the insubstantial pain. Okay, as I say in the fight, I rarely would actually want to do it like this, right? Because I want to make sure that like, you can't hit me with other hands. Yeah. So from here, now this is good. Because Wolf tries to hit me, right? There's force here, and I'm actually using this force to power this hand as well too. So this hand is really, really, really important. Okay. But for the sake of the exercise, whether you want to place it here or place it here, but again, you're helping each other. Of course, if Wolf wants to move around, it's going to be very hard for me to just do this. I'm going to have to do this, right? But just for the sake of exercise, don't make it too hard for the partner, right? And make sure that you know that this is wrong, pushing here is wrong. Grasping the people's hand. Okay.
Who knew?
I know.
How does that work?
Yeah.
How does that work?
No, I'm just saying.
Magic.
Yeah,
Magic.
but you have to trust yourself. The problem with double weightedness is this, okay? I am using internal, right? But I don't trust it. I want to use external as well too. So I want to do this, but I want to push here, but I want to do this too, but I want to push. So your mind is split and you can't do anything. So until you actually like trust, there's nothing wrong with using brute force. Absolutely nothing wrong. Okay, if you've got brute force, use it. Yeah, if you are a sumo wrestler and you've got arms this big, don't forget about the internals, right? Just use your big arms, right? Yeah, unless your opponent is a sumo too, exactly. Not that many sumo in Texas though. But the thing is, what I want you to do is that from here, just trust it, trust it. Now, is it nothing here? No, it's not true. There is something here, okay? But this something is kind of like a chi ball we played earlier today. It's the chi ball that moves the arm, not the arm that moves the chi ball. So the thing is, this will move, yeah, okay? But the thing is, this is not the driving force. The driving force is here. Yeah. But this will be reflected by the mind here. Of course, ultimately, you don't really need that, right? Yeah, and this would actually still work, okay? But you actually find that even for me, it works so much easier if I got my hand here. So the thing is, I do play with this hand. Until you get really good at it, then you can put it away, but otherwise, just use this one now to help train your power. Okay, give it a go, give it a go.
All right.
Any questions before we go for it?
No?
Yep, go for it before for now. So can I borrow a ruler? Okay. Just put your hand on here, that's fine, okay. For breathing, okay. Breathe in, breathe out. Right. Try also. Yes. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Now I haven't actually really moved much, but what happens is when I breathe in, I encapsulate my space enlarges and encapsulates move, right? And when I breathe out, the space shrinks and squeezes. And when that squeezes, the power actually goes forward. So the thing is, I don't use the expansion to move because that's hard. So I use the expansion to cover move, and then I use the breathing in, the squeezing in.
It's expelled.
To expel it, yeah. So it's like, okay, that's the
John, is there any difference in the way, I noticed that your use of your hand is also different in the way that you did that exercise.
I was doing this.
Right.
Yeah, helping my mind. Helping my mind, because yeah, that's exactly right. Because like, before, I was just doing this, but now I'm actually going, Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I really need this at the end of the day? No. Right? But the thing is, it helps. It really, really helps, at least in the training part, that you are actually like doing something to facilitate what the chi structure needs to be done. Okay, so keep it in mind. Now, just then before we were just floating the person and so on. Now you can put a bit of oomph into it, right? Build on what happened before. So from here, expand. Yeah. Yeah. So give that a try. Give that a try.
Sounds good.
There are many, many ways of doing press forwards. This is one of the classical way. One of the ways is that what you want to do is you drop the power to the ground, right? And you let this move along the ground. Okay. So I'm not doing a pump. I'm not lifting the guy up. I'm talking about a G. Okay. Which means I give up, borrow, move again. Okay. So one way of doing it, let's say someone is just for the sake of practice, pushing onto me. Right. So my G is not going through here. Right. My G is actually dropping all the way to the ground, and then I transfer to the ground. Yeah. That kind of G. Okay. So again, top doesn't work. Okay. And then drop to the ground and go along the ground. Yeah. It's just flat. Okay. That's the that part. The G. Okay. Now, strictly speaking, the this hand is on the leg one, right? Strictly speaking, but in reality, like practice is very different from real life. You probably won't be able to do that, right? But also, what it also means when you touch leg one is that, like, when I do this, right, I'm actually like using move. So I'm connecting. My hand is connecting through move into my leg one here. Okay. So the thing is, that's what I'm doing, right? So drop to the ground and I move forward. Okay. So I am not. If I have to do it this way, I am not touching here. Okay, I'm going to push move. That doesn't work. Okay, establish the contact. Yeah. Yeah, and then I move that goes.
Goes down.
Goes down onto the ground, and imagine you draw a line that goes forward. You keep going forward, like that. Okay, and it's flat. Okay, different from a pump where that curves and so on, but the G is actually like basically flat. Okay, so the two I want you guys to try. I know this is actually can be quite difficult, quite tough, and I know how hard it is for you to actually like do this for 6 hours because there's so much information. Imagine like you have to do lectures for 6 hours, like usually for me by the second minute, yeah, I start drifting off. So I understand how hard it is for you guys, but I just want to cram as much in as possible so that you can actually get as much out of this as we can. Okay, the two I want you to try is this kind of G. Right, let's just do from here, right? The leg one thing to the ground, press forward, right? That's the one. And then the second one is I use move as part of my connection to the ground again and forward. Okay. Now, you know that you're doing it wrong when? Okay.
Your pants fall down.
That's totally awful. Yeah, you can't move around. Yeah. So when you notice that you actually like need to put force, okay, hold it stronger. When you actually need to use force on the back foot, you know that you're doing it wrong. When you're doing it right, the force is relatively balanced. Okay. And then yeah, and then it moves. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is there weight on the back foot? Yes. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
of course. Yeah, this is structure, right? But I'm not relying on that push back.
Yeah.
The problem with pushing back there is that, like, as I say, I'm a small guy. I'm planting myself into the ground to let it move, topple over me. I want to be able to move around. So therefore, I need to keep my footwork right, so I can actually like do other things in case I fail. Okay. Keep it in mind. Give it a try. The two type of G. Okay. Now, if any of you are getting tired or overwhelmed, feel free to sit down for a minute, right? Or even like have a brush of fresh air before coming back. Okay, because you're not going to miss anything. Because there's like so much in here that like if you miss like a little bit, there's still so much more that you've got to take home. So I don't want to worry about it. Okay. Go for it. The part of the single whip. Okay, so the single whip from here, we go like 平圈立法，滾錯接疊和。Bring the ball back. That's a single whip. Okay, that's what we do. Okay, there's a few things, groovy things in there. Okay, one. What is this one? Okay, Amber will probably know. Ultraman. Ultraman? You don't know Ultraman? Japanese.
Oh, Ultraman. Yeah. I know Ultraman.
Okay. Now, what the issue is that if I can borrow move. Okay. If my contact with move is here, okay, I cannot go through move through this because it's just silly, okay. But I can stabilize move through this, okay. And what I need to do is what I call 平均立法 is that the horizontal ring is expressed by the vertical ring. Okay, so you've got one ring here, right? And then you've got one ring here. Okay, so therefore, like from here, 平均立法. Okay, this one is actually quite easy. Okay, I can go up a little bit, or I can actually go down. You can go either way. You can go either way, but I cannot do this. 平均平法.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
You
Okay.
still try.
Okay, so this is the first one. Give that a try. 平均立法. All right. So very easy. This one. Horizontal ring, vertical ring. Okay. And in the beginning, you may want to do it just softly and just like this is fine. You can affect the person. But what you want to do at some point, it's like yeah. And you actually express it out. Okay, go for it. Go
Can
for
we
it.
make noises? Are we doing-
Yes. They're required.
It helps.
Rolling the ball. So from this part, when rolling the ball. Okay. Now, what's the purpose of rolling the ball? Is that like if you think about it this way, can I borrow move? Okay. Now, moves we'll split it down as quite pure directions, right, for the sake of exercising. Okay. Now, if move's power is coming through this way, okay. The best way for me to deal with move is actually not to meet his power head on, but if he goes this way, I go this way. Okay, because he's got no force factor around there. So the thing is like, again, I establish control of not just the arm but the body. So let's say if move coming a bit harder, like wrong, okay. Yeah, this is energy. Okay. Now, as small guys, to be honest, like if someone is really big, I'm still going to fail in using that. But moving is relative. Okay. When I move you or I use you to move me, the effect is still the same. You still have creating space, right? As long as it's not a boundary behind it. Yeah, right? So the thing is, sometimes what I find is that like a really strong guy, someone bigger than me, right? Then when I actually rotate, out of this way. Because I have to get out of the way. Yeah. If one of my dreams is to do the running on the bull, right? So if my theory is that like instead of like running away from the bull, what I wanted to do is to wait for the bull to come, and then when the bull comes, like grab the horns and turn this way. Yeah. And I'm sure I'm going to make the news. But that's the idea, okay? So the thing is like, we won't do the running. We won't do the running bit, right? But we want to do the rotation bit, okay? I'll add one more so the ball things we're going to play with, okay? When the other one is a torque, misalignment, okay? So let's say if someone has got you here, okay? Now, I am not going to, he's got my outer, okay? So this is got my outer, I'm not going to use my outer to fight you. I'm going to use my radius to fight you, right? Misalignment, okay? The bigger the misalignment, the easier for you to do. But at the same time, the bigger the misalignment, the easier for the opponent to detect. Yeah. So the thing is like, what I want to do is just from here. Yeah. So now from the opponent's point of view, it feels like that I'm merely pushing through here, but I'm not. I'm just going to shift it ever so slightly through there. Okay. And the more he is full, the more he's frozen. The more he's frozen, the better it is for me. Okay. That's the misalignment. Okay, we do these two before we do the jet air. Okay, now same thing. We'll do it once more. No, I'll do it. Okay, so the force is coming, right? Rotation, right? Rotation, right? And the other one is the force is coming through here. Yeah, yeah. I go through the radius. Okay. Moves turn. Yeah, whichever way. Yeah. So, the rotation, make sure that this hand helps as well. The rotation. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Now the other one, I've got your outer, but you fight me through the radius. Easy. Yeah. Wang Yongquan like this fall a lot. He actually wrote down and told people that this is false. He didn't write it. No, he did write it down, but he actually told people that this is actually his four favorite methods. Okay, go for it. Give it a try. Rotation first, and then the misalignment.
Well, can I actually write it down here? I might not have written it down, just do it off my head then. You know what's funny? Have I actually looked at cloud head? How weird is that? Is it?
It was in there.
Is it?
Yeah, it was in there.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Somewhere. I saw it.
Control.
Cloud hands, that's right.
Okay. Okay. Cloud hands. Okay. The way we do cloud hand is that we've got the one single closing, single opening, right? Right. And then the thing is like from here. Sorry. From here, the single opening. Okay, so from here, this is the second double opening, right? That's the plane of the ball here, and we step back, right? And then we also have the third opening and closing, which this one I really want to go through with you. That's this one. Okay, right. Now the cloud hands, basically what you're doing the rolling, right? Opening and closing, right? Rolling, opening and closing, okay? Collecting, opening and closing. That's the main thing with the cloud hands, okay? So now, I like cloud hand a lot. I use cloud hand a lot, especially because, like, again, small guy. You like to borrow a move, right? Now, this waving of arms, right? Like it's simply things like that, waving of arms, okay? Right. Why do I like this sort of waving of arms? It's because like from this sort of waving of arms, I can actually start side stepping and do this kind of things. Okay. Now that is actually the open and closing bit. Okay. So you use the cloud hands to move the opponent, or you use the cloud hand to move yourself, and then like you can do the open and closing. Okay. So what you're doing with the closing, we'll probably break it down with the, that moving is easy enough for you guys to understand, right? But I want you to practice this first opening and closing, right? First opening and closing. Is that like what you want to do is you draw your opponent in, right? Now, what you are contacting is a point that you can't get away, okay? I'm not going to like, unless I'm really, really good, like, I don't want to do this too many variables, okay? But I want to do this. And then I can actually go. Okay. So basically that's what happens. I'm letting the force go right past me, and then I can go. Okay, so give that a try. The key is that when I close in like that, while I'm dragging wolf in, my intention is going forward, right? Almost like that part of the gravitational cell. And now my intention is out there already. Now I let the intention come back, and then it goes. Okay. So again, it's the yin and yang thing happening all over again. You see the pattern now. I think you guys done a lot of this, and you start seeing the pattern. Out there, coming back. Out there, coming back. Right. Out there, coming back. Yeah, that's what you're trying to do. All right. Give it a try. Give it a try. And we would go for the dragon's head as well. It's really fun. That's really fun. Okay, but do this one first. This goes in, right, and this comes out. Okay. Now this part of the cloud hand, that one, what you're doing is that you are gathering power, right, by actually collecting the heaven and the earth into you, right? Once you collected the heaven and the earth into you, right? And when this happens, this goes sideways as well. Okay, so it's not bring it. So the counterbalance is that this goes in, this comes out. Okay? And then once you gather the power, you form a little pearl, right? And then you spit the pearl out at the person. Okay? Now what I mean by that, yeah, exactly. That's what Wu was doing. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Now, but what you want to do is you're going to use. Sorry, Rufi, you come over. Wu can actually do this. Yeah, because I can see that happening. Now, the only thing you need to add to is that when you gather me in, right, you are gathering the whole heaven and earth in as well too, right? And at the same time, this as a counterweight balance, so I can't take you through that, right? And now gather me. Now, what you have used me to form a pearl and then split the pearl out. Okay. It's trying too hard, okay? So from here, heaven, earth, form the pearl, and then actually form, split the pearl out. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah. So again, yeah, split the pearl out. Yeah. Okay. So now give that a try. The key is not so much splitting of the pearl. The key is actually using heaven, earth, to form this cloud pearl. Okay. Now the cloud pearl is quite substantial. It's not like a floating bit that goes right through. Okay. It's not like that. This pearl really is a pearl. Really is a pearl, and then you can actually use it to project. Okay. So again, I'm not using my own things, but this one, not only am I using Wolf's power, I'm actually using heaven and earth's power to borrow that as well too. Okay. What exactly is heaven and earth power? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's got to do with gravity. I think it's got to do with the reaction against the gravity, the opposite. Because this comes, when the gravity comes down, you also have a force pushing yourself out. So Chinese, Isaac Newton is not Chinese, so therefore Chinese, the best the Chinese can come up with, I think, is they call it heaven and earth power. But I think it's actually because it behaves like gravity and it can't be gravity. Okay, so give it a try. What I want you to do, pay particular attention to forming of the pearl, forming of the pearl, forming of the pearl. Not using your things, but using heaven, earth, form really well, really well. Yeah, and then split the pearl back at the person. The splitting is an easy bit, right? Forming of the pearl is a difficult one. Give it a try, give it a try. Rush the roundhouse way. Okay, the imperial way of doing it. Okay, so here, right? Hip ring, rock the hip ring. Okay, rock the hip ring, and then you pull it up. Okay, open up, right? And then now this is where the invisible kind of like a sweep or kick happens. Okay, in my mind, my left leg is actually here. Okay. My left leg is actually here. So that's what in my mind the left leg is. Okay, and then I sweep using my left leg to open up like this. Okay. Now you notice that I'm not going like that, right? But I'm actually going like sweep like that. Okay? And then, oh, I see the star on top of Emma's head. I chase that. Don't worry about it anymore. I roll back, right? And then the reverse triangle. And I'll go for the reverse triangle, which is leading to this one. This is the one side of our brush plane. Same thing. Okay, imaginary foot. Foot opens. See the star, don't see the star. Roll back, which we've done before, and reverse triangle again. That's how I was measuring. Okay. Components. Okay, component. The first one is the first one I want to go over is this one. Okay. Okay. Now, what this one is this. Okay. First up, I want to come in through here, obviously, right? Now, when sorry, you know what, I'll do this one, okay. First one is actually coming through here, okay? Now, because Wolf's power is this way, right? So I'm actually like using that to drive me. So actually like, this is actually the power that I'm using, okay? Now, it's very different from coming here and go like, not going to work. I'm actually going to use this to drive move this way, and I'm going to use this to drive move this way.
All right.
So that thing is like, that's the crisscross happening. That's the first part, okay? Now the second part, okay? Now the second part, okay? Now, if I step here like this first, right? Sure, I can move, but it's a different type of mechanics. So what I'm doing is that like, if that didn't work, right, I'm actually like, imagine my foot is there, right? Imagine my foot is there. I'm actually sweeping move across. Yeah, that's the second one, right? Okay, and now of course now the third one is the fist strike, right? Like that, okay? But again, what I'm doing is I am looking at the star on top of Michael's head as a guide. Right, and then don't think about the star anymore. That's the back fist, right? And then the last one, I mean the whole back we're all done, right? The last one is a reverse triangle. What a reverse triangle is that, let's say if you give me a bit of force, okay? I'm not pushing you here, but I'm actually bringing your power into the vortex of the triangle here, okay? When I bring the power into the vortex of the triangle, there's also an equal and opposite power that shoot out this way, okay? And that's what I'm actually using to move you. I'm not moving you by pushing your arm, I'm moving you by bringing you in. Yeah. So it's like Fung, and the opposite goes that way. Why I don't want to push here? Wolf can deal with me, right? He can change his on, yeah, which is like really bad, okay? What I want to do this, yeah. Because like, I go here and I trust the equal and opposite. Like every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So by this action, I'm creating that equal and opposite reaction for indirectly fighting move. I want to fight move indirectly. I don't want to fight indirectly. Okay. Now, first one I want you to try is this one. Okay. Bring him there so you can actually move him there. Okay. Easy enough, right? You do that with us.
What about why do you visualize the foot as being way far out there, just to increase your base?
Increase my base, increase the E. Okay, show you what I mean. Because I'm from here, stand really strong, Okay. That it would not work.
He's trying to twist me.
I'm trying to twist, yeah. But I want to bring move there too. I bring move over there, yeah, reaching out there. And now I can do it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So that's it. I said that's the invisible sweep. Okay. Sorry, I mentioned before. Story of my teacher teaching me the lotus kick, right? Right. And basically, he just went like this. Okay. And I said, so what about the kick teacher? Is that he's dumb? Yeah. So a lot of times, it's actually what's in the mind that's important. So, I mean, I can't bring my foot there. Yeah. I mean, unless I'm Mr. Fantastic, I can't stretch there. But I think in my mind I can. And then the darn thing is that like once we're in one system, once we're in one system, wherever I go, Wolf is going to go as well too, because we're in one system.
Huh.
Yeah. If I'm fighting Wolf, he like separate the system, and I bring it there, it's not going to work when we're in one system. Yeah. Then we can actually toss each other around. True, Wolf can toss me around too, because like that's the danger when you unite with someone. So you just hope that like you're better at this unification game than the other guy.
So when you're close, there's lots of things you can do, but now you're also vulnerable in lots of ways.
Absolutely.
So you want to get in close, but keep them under control.
Yeah, but the thing is, the lucky thing is that like most guys are not very good at playing a close game, right? Like for example, like in a fight, I like to use elbows, right? But the darn thing about elbow is that like if I am in range, I always get knocked. So therefore, like, I'm just hoping that I'm better at the elbow game than you are at the elbow game.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the situation. Yeah. So unfortunately, that's the thing. Like in Shansi, you want to take your opponent into a ground that you're good at. Okay, so that you can beat him in your ground, right? That you're good at instead of fighting in his place that he's good at. Yeah. Okay, now give that a try first. So the first one I want you to use is this one. Yeah, this one first. Okay. Now do notice that like schematically I come in as a fist.
Open you first.
Yeah. So that like when I open the fist, right, I'm actually like dragging the power around that little bit extra. Yeah. And then of course the second one I want you to try. We'll do from here, take move there, and yeah, and move around. Yeah. Give it a try. Yeah, give it a try.
All right, sir.
Hussey's old, yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, now, bamboo shoe tiger is this one here. Now, what you want to do is remember the rings. It's roughly the Zhongfu Yue level here, as well as the Qizhong Yue here. Okay, so when you place these hands, in theory, you're not just placing it randomly somewhere for you to bend the bow to shoot the tiger. You're actually like having this big bow across the back, right, this way. Okay, you're having this big bow across the back this way. Okay, so you are actually like bending the bow by squeezing the power in to your Zhongfu Yue, right? That's the
Shoulder nest.
shoulder nest. Okay, shoulder nest, right? And then from here, the Qizhong Yue, which is basically the hip joint there. Bending it there, bending it, and go pow, and send it back. Okay, so imagine like a Wu Chong, yeah, one of the Chinese heroes, yeah, who actually killed a tiger barehand after he got drunk. Basically, think of yourself as that is a pretty yang move. It's not a very soft yin move. It's actually a pretty yang move. So if I can borrow Michael, so the bamboo shoe tiger, what happens is that like when the power comes this way, I'm actually
That was a good one.
Now you also notice now why it actually shoots downwards, because I'm actually shooting the person down. Okay, but the thing is like it is yang. It is yang. It works better if you're a bigger guy. Things like that works better if you're a little guy. Yeah, but the thing is like, learn that as well. Okay, so you go, okay. Now for the partner training, okay, don't aim at the ground, right? Just aim flat out, that's fine. Okay, just in case of accidents happens. Okay, cool. Now give it a try. Can I borrow Wolf this time? Okay, and Wolf is going to do it this time. Okay, and not in the ground, please. Yeah, sorry. So from here, I'm pushing you, so you bring that in and go, pum.
All right. That's serious.
That's a serious one. That's a serious one.
Wow.
You can actually kill someone with that one. Yeah. But again, works better with Wolf because Wolf is bigger, and it wouldn't work as well for me because I'm a slightly smaller guy. Okay, go for it. Give it a try.
Cool. Never heard it put